solid PCB, and it is an alarm receiver. Okay, the holes overlap with the top layer. Okay, so this way you have a neat PCB as well and easy connection. So what we have on board here, it is an RF transmitter here, and then this is RF receiver, and then we have here an decoder. This is decoding the signals. A couple of transistor here. We have a photocoupler inside, and then we have here OR gate CD4071, and then we have here an UM3561, and this chip it's there to generate different sounds. Okay, and then we have an SMD LEDs here, and this LED gonna light up according to the axis that has been triggered. The LED here is to indicate the communication of RF signals. Okay, and then you have a piezo speaker here. Okay, so this is the receiver, and this is the transmitter. So this guy, they talk to each other continuously. When they see when any axis is being triggered, the communication stop, and then the receiver will light on, and then it will start making the noise, the sound. The trimmers here is to adjust the sensitivity of the sensor of the transmitter. So here also we have an RF transmitter, and then we have the accelerometer here. We have the encoder, and then here we have a chip M32. Okay, so basically that is, and then we have a battery here and a charger. So I'm gonna try to demonstrate the working of the two. So I put around 5 volts. So when you put the power on, all the LED will turn on, indicating the state of the circuit. Everything is working correctly. But still we don't have any communication happening between the two circuits. So this is the transmitter. So I'm gonna turn the transmitter on. The LED is lighting over there, and still nothing happening because the communication hasn't been established yet. So to do that, I'm gonna switch on the codes here, the addresses, so they can communicate. They can able to communicate. So I'm going to turn 7 and 8. 7 and 8. And you can see already the LED is lighting, the noise is happening. I'm going to adjust the sensitivity of the sensors. There you go. So how the sensor work actually is when you tilt forward or backward or sideways, it should break the communication and thus making the alarm go on. So I'm gonna adjust the sensitivity of the sensor. I'm gonna start with the first one here. Just one about there. If I tilt now, you can see, so you can also make it to be less sensitive. So this is way too much. Okay, or just a little bit. Go with the second one. And the last one. So now we have calibrated all the sensors. So any angle I tilt the sensor is gonna break the communication, and then the receiver will trigger on. You can also change the sound. So now, to protect the things that you don't want someone to interfere with, I'm gonna use this box as an example of the things you want to protect. So just an empty box. I'm gonna put the sensor in there. Of course, this can be made to be more smaller than whatever you're seeing at this moment. And then you're gonna switch on. I'm gonna cover. So the LD is still green, blue, meaning there is communication. So if I try to leave the box, the LD turns on. So even any vibration as well. Okay, so I'm going to take the sensor here, then close it. So we have now put kind of a security on this bottle of wine, the alarm triggers. Okay. The sensor can always be calibrated to the right sensitivity. Okay, put it back. So the bottle of wine is secure. Try to lift it. Turns on. So that's how the whole thing work. The question is, what happens if the battery dies while communicating? What will happen? So to answer this, I'm gonna switch on. So let's say it's communicating. The sensor has been interrupted, and the battery dies. I'm gonna switch off, and then. So now let's say the battery has died. while the communication had been broken, the last state of the axis will stay indicated by the LED there. So that is the last state that it was triggered. Turn back on. Let's say like that. I switch off, meaning the battery is dead. The last two triggered axes will be indicated. So you can even attach the sensor to the door handle, and when someone tries to open it, makes the alarm. Of course, it's going to be 3D printed out. Make this thing smaller so it can fit anywhere and anyhow.